Losing weight after 30 feels a lot harder than when you're in your 20s, right? You cut carbs, smash cardio, train harder than ever, and yet the stubborn belly fat just won't shift. Well, here's the truth. It's not your age and your metabolism has not shut down. It's that life has changed. You've got more responsibility, more stress, less time. And if you're stuck using the same old strategies from when you're in your 20s, it's never gonna work, and that's why you're stuck. So today, I'm gonna give you my exact system that's seen over 1,000 men in the past 12 years drop 10 kilos or more in just 8 weeks and keep it off. TJ here, I'm an ex-professional rugby league player. I'm also an ex-owner of multi-location gyms. I spent the last 12 years of my life coaching high-performing men through every scenario you can imagine. I'm also a father too, so I understand exactly what it's like trying to juggle work, family, and looking after yourself and finding that time. And I promise you this, whether it's CEOs, tradies, business owners, bus drivers, first-time dads, or blokes who haven't trained in a whole decade, these principles I'll share with you today work across the board. If you follow them, the fat comes off, the muscle comes on, and the energy comes roaring back. By the way, I'll be putting out videos just like this every single week with actionable advice, sharing client success stories and success strategies from everyday men. So feel free to hit subscribe below if that interests you. Let's start with the big one, being nutrition. Most men bounce around extremes: keto, fasting, cutting out all their carbs. The problem is none of these are sustainable. So here's what actually works. Number one, figure out your maintenance calories. Okay, you can use an online calculator that'll do this job for you. Simply find one online, chuck in your information. It'll tell you how many calories you burn in a day. Next step, you want to eat 500 to 600 calories below that number every day. You also want to make sure you're hitting 2.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. So if you're 80 kilos, that's around 220 grams per day. Next, make sure your fats take up 35% of your total calories. Okay, really important for your hormone production, supports your testosterone level, and has you feeling good and fuller for longer. Then the remaining of those calories become your carbs. Make sure you're drinking 3 liters of water per day. And the big one, make sure you plan for events. Most blokes fall over because they have something coming up on the weekend and they don't plan ahead. So let's say you've got a wedding coming up on Saturday. What you do is Monday to Friday, trim another 150 calories from each day leading up to that Saturday event. And you now have another 750 calories to play with on the day for drinks, food, enjoy yourself. Because the best diets don't have some kind of fancy name or like a tribe of absolutely obsessed people promoting it. It's the one you can actually stick to that works for your life. Okay, number 2 is training. Most blokes fail because they think training is where they lose their fat. Nutrition burns fat. Training is for building muscle and making sure when you do lose that body fat, you've got a lean athletic physique, not just a smaller body. A lot of blokes still think they have to train 6 or 7 days a week. That's not the case. As long as you're getting minimum 3 to 4 quality strength sessions, 40 to 50 minutes at a time, hitting the big muscle groups, getting maximum efficiency out of that time, you will see incredible results. Next, you want to ensure you're tracking your weights. A lot of success from strength training comes from progressive overload. What that means is each week you do the same session and you make sure you're either lifting more weight for the same reps or you're doing more volume, so which would be more reps for the same weight. Outside of the gym, it's extremely important to increase your NEAT. That's just a fancy way of saying how you burn energy outside of training. So we need to move more. Look to get your steps up. Do this through taking calls on the phone, meetings on the walk, walking to and from the office. If you can increase your daily activity, just in general moving around, it makes an enormous difference over an 8, 12, 20-week cycle. And the question about cardio, do it if you enjoy it. Will it help with burning more calories? The answer is yes, but find cardio you enjoy. Things like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, tennis, kicking a soccer ball around, kicking a footy around. Find things and activities where you're just moving your body, getting your heart rate up, but you actually enjoy doing them, and that will also help burn more calories. But it's not essential. You can get the job done with the food right and the strength sessions. Number 3, accountability and mindset. This is where most men fail because they're trying to go it alone. Think of every elite high performer in business or sport. They all have coaches and people to keep them accountable and on track when things don't go to plan. Even though they know exactly what to do, it's having someone making sure they're doing it at the right time, the right way. Here's how accountability should look from a friend or a coach. Firstly, direct contact, okay? Text support, phone call support, whatever it is. When things go wrong, you get sick, you roll an ankle, your mindset's in the gutter, you should have someone you can speak to instantly to get feedback on how to handle that situation. Secondly, you should have a daily checklist of non-negotiables, thing you must tick that box every single day, and that guarantees the result. And thirdly, weekly check-ins, okay? Weekly check-ins on your progress. So do your weight, do your photos, report wins, report how you're traveling in all different areas of life every single week so you know, is the strategy working or does it need an adjustment? Then it comes to mindset. This is the big difference maker. Blokes lose 4 kilos and put it back on because they don't have the right mindset compared to the guys who completely change their life. Start by creating your North Star vision. Everything in this world, this camera I'm speaking to right now, paintings on the walls, whatever. It was all manifested from the mind into reality. Someone had to think of it, create it in their mind, and then put it out there. So why is your result and your life any different? I have every one of my clients set a North Star vision. That's where they sit down in great detail and write out exactly where they want to be in 6 months. What body weight, how their body looks, what their relationships are like, what their finances are like. They get in such exact detail. They write out a perfect day formula and they go about visualizing that formula every single day. They see it so clearly, then they come out of that visualization and write down 3 to 5 things today they're going to do to get closer to that goal. You do that for 6 months and actually take action on those things, results are absolutely a shoo-in. It becomes your rocket fuel to keep doing the hard things when they're hard. Because remember, most men don't fail because they have the wrong strategy. They fail because they lack accountability and the right mindset. Now you can take these 3 simple lessons and start applying them straight away and you'll see results. But if you want an exact blueprint customized to your lifestyle, your demands, your schedule, where I will personally walk you through your training, your nutrition, your mindset, and your accountability structure, you'll find that link in the description of this video where you can book a call. I'll hear your story. I'll explain exactly how the RISE protocol could work for you and how exactly we plan to rebuild your body and your energy over the next 90 days. The body fat won't come off by accident, but with the right strategy, the right accountability, and the right mindset, it's guaranteed it will.